Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of my presentation. So the newspaper article I chose was 12-year-old sued for music downloading, Fox News. A 12-year-old girl, Brianna Lahara, was sued by the Recording Industry Association of America for using a music swapping service app called Kaza, which costs users $29.99 to swap music with other individuals. Brianna stated, "I thought it was okay to download music because my mum paid a service fee for it." Brianna was among 261 others who too were also sued by RIA for using the app. Brianna and other pirators could face fines of up to $150,000 per song. Perfect. So, to analyse a news article and digital piracy and intellectual property theft, we're going to be using the social learning theory. So, the social learning theory was firstly developed by Edward Sutherland, but then it was further developed by Ronald Akers. So, the social learning theory states that any behaviour, including criminal behaviour, which is learned through association with close groups and others. The theory states that 4 learning components must be present for the learning of that behaviour to take place. Perfect. So the first component is differential association. And this states that who we associate with determines our willingness to participate in the crime and how we rationalise that crime. So in terms of the newspaper article, Brianna interacted with the app because her mum paid the user fee. Brianna rationalised the behaviour as she stated that she thought it was okay. She most likely developed this opinion from her mother or close friends she's swapping the music with. The second component is differential reinforcement, and that states that whether individuals are positively rewarded or punished after committing the crime will determine whether they participate in the criminal behaviour again. So Brianna was rewarded for swapping music with her friends by gaining access to more music. So firstly, when Brianna would have swapped music with her friends and got that music back from her friends, that would have positively reinforced her as she was getting that entertainment. So that propelled her to further use the app. Perfect. So the third component is definitions, and that states that the individual's interpretation of the criminal behaviour will influence their willingness to participate in that activity. So Brianna interpreted using the music app as okay and thereby rationalised that behaviour in her favour. So the definitions one is basically to do with rationalising that behaviour and your morals and personal opinions of that crime. So the last component states, which is imitation, states that an individual's first act of criminality is an attempt to replicate the behaviour of close groups and others. So Brianna used the app after her mother used the app, but this also could have been with close friends at school. So she could have seen a close friend use the app and then started to use the app after her friend told her about it. Perfect. So what are the implications? So there are always going to be implications when you apply classic criminological theories to cybercrime, and that's basically because the theories weren't created to tailor specifically to cybercrime, and therefore they can't account for all the factors. So Akers, when he was developing his theory all that years ago, how was he to anticipate that the internet was going to grow so rapidly and there were going to be all these opportunities for crime to occur? It's just not possible. Perfect. So the first implication states that individuals no longer have to interact directly with anyone to participate in this crime. So Brianna could have learnt to download the app through an advertisement and how to use the app through instructions within the app. So there are always advertisements on Facebook on the right-hand side of the page, or on Google, that often say, download this app now. So Brianna could have just followed the prompts rather than having that direct interaction with anyone telling her to download the app or recommending it in any way. Once you download the app, there are often instructions and tutorials on how to use the app. So again, that doesn't require that direct process. It can, but it doesn't have to. So the second implication is that if someone interacts with another pirater, this doesn't guarantee that they will participate in the act too. So this basically means that people have a consciousness. Like, if you don't want to participate in the crime, you don't have to. So just because Brianna interacted with her mum using the app, that doesn't mean that Brianna will too. So lastly, the third implication states that this theory is not tailored to cybercrimes, and therefore the application is imperfect. So this is basically what I was saying at the start, that these theories weren't, created to tailor to these factors of cybercrime. So this kind of raises the question, this implication, is there a theory specific for cybercrime? And the answer to that question is yes. However, they've not been empirically researched or further developed. So this signifies to us that more research needs to be done to account for all these factors that aren't accounted for within these traditional criminological theories. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching my presentation, and on the next slide I have all the references I've used for this presentation.